Here's the script. If you're between 65 and 75, your body is quietly keeping a scorecard right now, and there are 7 signs that tell you whether you're aging slower than the people your own age. Most folks never learn to read that scorecard, so they miss the warning signs, and just as often they miss the good news. By the end of this, you'll know all 7. You'll know which one matters most. And I'll tell you that one near the end, so stay with me, because most people guess it wrong. I'm not a doctor, I'm a health educator, and what I do is read the research and try to explain it in plain English, the way I'd explain it to a friend across the kitchen table. And here's something the research keeps showing us. The number on your birth certificate is not the same as the age of your body. 2 people can both be 70. One has the arteries, the muscle, and the memory of someone in their 50s. The other is aging faster on the inside than the calendar says. Scientists call that difference your biological age, and the encouraging part is that it's not fixed in stone. A lot of it responds to how you live, starting today. So let's count them down. 7 signs your body is aging slower than everyone else's. And as we go, I'll tell you how to protect each one, because spotting the sign is only half the job. Sign number 1. Your weight stays steady without you fighting it. Now, I don't mean a number on a chart, I mean stability. Research suggests that in our late 60s and 70s, sudden, unexplained weight loss can be one of the earlier signals that something underneath needs a closer look. Muscle slipping away, appetite fading, or an illness brewing quietly. On the flip side, steady weight that doesn't swing up or down on its own often reflects a body that's still managing its fuel well. If you've noticed clothes getting loose without trying, that's worth mentioning to your doctor, not something to celebrate as finally losing those pounds. To protect a steady weight, studies point again and again to protein at every meal: eggs, fish, beans, Greek yogurt, and staying active enough to hold on to the muscle that protein helps build. Sign number 2, a strong grip. This one surprises people. Grip strength, how firmly you can squeeze, is one of the most studied markers in all of aging research, and it's linked to far more than opening a jar. Studies have found that grip strength tends to track with overall muscle health, with heart health, even with how the brain holds up over time. It's a window into the whole body. Many seniors notice it first when a pickle jar that used to be easy suddenly isn't, or a handshake feels weaker than it did. If your grip is still firm in your 70s, that's a genuinely good sign. And it's trainable at any age. Carrying your own groceries instead of using the cart to the car, squeezing a soft ball, simple resistance bands. The research is clear that muscle responds to demand, even in our 80s. Use it and the body tends to keep it. Sign number 3, you bounce back fast. Think about the last time you had a cold or a bad night's sleep, or you overdid it in the garden. How long did it take to feel like yourself again? Researchers sometimes call this resilience, and it may be one of the truest signs of a younger biological age. A body that recovers quickly from illness, from exertion, from a stressful week, is a body whose repair systems are still humming along. When recovery starts taking longer and longer, that slowdown can be an early signal worth paying attention to. To protect your bounce back, the research keeps circling the same unglamorous basics: real sleep, steady movement, and not letting small infections go ignored. And here's a quiet one most people overlook: staying current on the vaccines your doctor recommends, because for older adults, a flu or a bout of pneumonia is often what knocks recovery off course. Sign number 4, your recall is sharp, not perfect, but sharp. Now I want to be careful and honest here. Forgetting a name now and then, walking into a room and blanking on why, that is normal at every age, and by itself it does not mean anything is wrong. What the research looks at is the pattern. Being able to follow a conversation, manage your own medications, learn something new, find your words most of the time, those are signs your brain is aging well. The thing that deserves a closer look is a clear change from your own normal. Getting lost somewhere familiar, repeating the same question within minutes, struggling with tasks you've done for decades. If that's happening, that's a conversation to have with your doctor, not something to brush off as just getting old. To protect a sharp mind, studies have linked better long-term memory with the things that are good for the heart: movement, blood pressure that's under control, good sleep, plus staying socially connected and mentally curious. The brain, it turns out, loves the same things the heart does. And that's actually the perfect place to pause for one quick thing. If you find this useful and you'd like the simple one-page checklist I put together, all 7 of these signs in plain language, so you can check yourself and bring it to your next appointment, I've left it at the link down in the description. It's free, no catch, just something to make these easier to remember. Now let's keep going, because the next 3 are where it gets really interesting. Sign number 5, healthy gums. I know probably of all the things to put on a list about aging slowly, the mouth sounds like an odd one. But stay with me, because this is one of the most overlooked connections in all of senior health. Research has found that gum disease, the chronic kind, with bleeding, receding gums, loose teeth, is linked to inflammation throughout the whole body. And that low-grade body-wide inflammation is one of the engines that drives faster aging. Studies have drawn associations between healthy gums and a healthier heart, and researchers are actively studying possible links to brain health as well. Now, links are not proof of cause. I want to be straight with you about that. But a healthy mouth at 70 is often a sign of a less inflamed body overall. To protect it, brushing, flossing, and the regular dental cleanings that so many people quietly drop in their later years, often right when they matter most. If your gums bleed regularly, that's worth raising with your dentist. Sign number 6, you sleep well and wake up rested. Not, I lie there for 9 hours. I mean sleep that actually restores you. As we age, it's common and normal for sleep to get a little lighter and to wake once or twice in the night. But research suggests that the quality of your sleep is deeply tied to how your body ages, because sleep is when the brain does much of its housekeeping, clearing out waste and consolidating memory, and when the body does a lot of its repair. People who sleep well into their 70s often show better memory, steadier mood, and better blood sugar control. If you're waking up exhausted no matter how long you were in bed, or snoring heavily and gasping, that's worth mentioning to your doctor. Conditions like sleep apnea are common, often missed in older adults, and very much worth checking. To protect your sleep, the research favors a regular schedule, morning daylight, less caffeine in the afternoon, and a cool, dark room. And here's an important one for our age group. A number of common medications can quietly affect sleep. Certain ones for blood pressure, for allergies, for the bladder, even some for mood. I am not telling you to change a single thing on your own. Please don't. But it is absolutely fair to ask your doctor or pharmacist, could any of my medications be affecting my sleep, and are there alternatives worth considering? That's the right way to handle it. Never stop a medication on your own. Which brings us to sign number 7, and this is the one I told you most people guess wrong. The one I'd argue matters most. A low resting heart rate. Your resting heart rate is how many times your heart beats per minute when you're calm and still, sitting quietly before you get out of bed in the morning. For most adults, the typical range runs somewhere from about 60 to 100 beats a minute, and research has found that, generally speaking, a lower resting heart rate within the healthy range tends to be associated with better cardiovascular fitness and longer life. Think of it like a car engine. An engine that idles low and smooth isn't straining. A heart that does its job in fewer, stronger beats often reflects a fitter, more efficient system. The reason I say people get this one wrong is that they obsess over their blood pressure number, which matters enormously, don't get me wrong, but they never once check this simple, free, telling number. You can feel it yourself. 2 fingers on your wrist, count the beats for 30 seconds, double it. Do it when you're relaxed, not right after coffee or a walk. Now, 2 honest cautions, because I won't oversimplify. A heart rate that's very low and comes with dizziness, fatigue, or fainting is not a good sign. That's a reason to call your doctor, not to feel proud. And some medications, including certain blood pressure and heart medicines your doctor may have prescribed for very good reasons, lower your heart rate on purpose. So a low number doesn't always mean the same thing for everyone. That's exactly why your doctor's read on your number matters more than anything I can say in a video. The best way to protect a healthy resting heart rate is the same boring, beautiful advice that protects almost everything else on this list. Regular movement that gets you a little out of breath, managing stress, decent sleep, and keeping your blood pressure where your doctor wants it. So there they are, all 7. Steady weight, a strong grip, fast recovery, sharp recall, healthy gums, good sleep, and a low, steady resting heart rate. And did you notice the pattern hiding underneath all of them? Nearly every single one is protected by the same handful of habits: moving your body, sleeping well, eating real food with enough protein, keeping inflammation down, and staying on top of your numbers with a doctor who knows you. You don't need 7 different plans. You need the few simple things done most days for the rest of your life. And if even 1 or 2 of these signs are pointing the wrong way right now, please hear me clearly. That is not a verdict, it's information. The research that's most hopeful is the research showing how much the body can recover and adapt, even in our 70s and 80s when we give it the right inputs. It is rarely too late to nudge your biological age in the right direction. If you want help keeping track of all of this, that free 1-page checklist is still waiting for you at the link in the description. Print it, stick it on the fridge, and bring it to your next appointment. That's the kind of thing that turns a good video into a real change. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Truly. Remember, everything I've shared is general educational information to help you ask better questions. It is not medical advice, and it can't replace the doctor or pharmacist who actually knows you and your history. So take these 7 signs, talk them over with the people on your care team, and keep showing up for yourself. You've earned the right to age well, and you've still got real say in how it goes. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.